crazy busy. Hey, how you doing? Coming to you live from the studios high atop the FBTV two-story mobile home in the middle of a pasture. No, not really. But I did. Many years ago, I worked at a radio station. And it was a double-wide mobile home. And it was literally out in the middle of a pasture. We would have literally cows walk up to the studio window and look in occasionally. Isn't that nuts? Number one radio station in that town as well. And the ADI, just to give you an idea, ADI's area of dominant influence, it was like 250,000 people, 160th size market in the country, something like that. Anyway, many years ago. How you doing? My name is Mike. This is the Freight Broker TV podcast, and we get together every week for a half hour, give or take. Get together, talk about things in the transportation, freight broker industry, trucking industry, and such. And sometimes we get off topic, and man, there's a lot of stuff going on this week. 2020 has not been dull by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, right now, what's happening in the news, okay, we bomb Iran. Iran bombed our soldiers in Iraq. Luckily, they missed, and I think they kind of, well, their bombs hit, but they didn't target the troops where they were actually hanging out. I don't even think anybody was lost in that bombing. But that was their retaliation up to this point, and now we're at the point to see what's going to happen next, what we're going to do. And I think that's what, you remember back, if you were around in the 80s, when Ronald Reagan was the president. You know, he was the actor turned president, and nobody, the rest of the world didn't really know how he was going to react because, well, he just wasn't a politician. He wasn't a politician doing as a normal politician would. He pretty much did whatever he wanted to do. Well, folks, that's the way it is right now. We got a president that's not a politician. He's going to do things the way he wants to do them. So, who knows? It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Then we had the plane crash over there in Iran when they were bombing us in Iraq. The plane crashed in Iran. I believe that's where it was. Hey, it's just nuts. We are in nutty times, but hey, you know, I read somewhere that it would be like this toward the last days, but we'll see. A lot of things going on today. A lot of things going on. Let's see. A lot of things I want to talk to you about today. We got some things going on you're going to want to be part of. By the way, real quick, we reached 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we thank every last one of you so much. And I did the YouTube video on Monday, and we've been super busy since the first of the year. And I will go into more detail about that before we get done today. But we will be having a contest. Matter of fact, somebody's going to be contacted that is already a subscriber. So if you get contacted by one of us here at FBTV, well, you'll know it's us because we'll comment or we'll do something. We're going to pick somebody, and they're going to get a coffee mug, one of our FBTV coffee mugs. You can look at them on our website, freightbrokertv.com. Matter of fact, we got a store up there now. You can buy all kinds of things up there: T-shirts, tank tops, coffee mugs, even FBTV radio mugs. Anyway, check it out. But wanted to take a minute and thank you. Now we're trying to get to that 1,000. We need 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, 900 more. But they say this. Well, we'll see. I was going to say they say that's easy. The first 100 are kind of the hardest. We'll find out. But anyway, Okay, truckstop.com. Just about every broadcast, every podcast for the last few weeks, well, they got hacked. They didn't get, well, with ransomware. What the story was the other day from a post they had on their Facebook page. But we've been trying to keep you up to date on that. Truckstop.com seems to be back at 100% full power. At least there's nothing, no new updates on their Facebook page, and that's where they were updating everybody on their Facebook page. But nothing there. Hey, if your truckstop.com isn't working, let us know. Let us know, because we've had no new update on that. But, it's ransomware. That scares me. That ransomware. If you've ever been bit by that ransomware stuff, well, it's no fun. And I'd be very leery of it because, okay, if they got it, are they infecting users of their system? I'm sure if they were, if it was infecting other people, their customers using the system, I would imagine we'd be hearing about it. But I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything to even suggest that is happening, so hopefully not. All right. Let's see. What else? FMCSA. We were just talking about them the other day. They were really, it was on the radio show the other day. They were really patting themselves on the back about things they accomplished for 2019. I mean, they were really, really tooting their own horn, so to speak. And, like I said the other day, on the radio show, I said, if they're usually somebody having to toot their own horn, well, that's not a good sign. And here we are, FMCSA Clearinghouse. Well, less than a day into the Clearinghouse, the implementation of the FMCSA Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse program. Well, they're kind of having connectivity issues. They're working, they say they're working to correct ongoing connectivity issues with the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse website. Many users have been able to access the database correctly. Yeah, I'd say that too. You know what I mean? I mean, who's going to argue that? Yeah, there's a lot of people being able to get, hook up. That's not a problem. It's just those few. Yeah, right. Anyway, they say many users have been able to access the database correctly. The agency is aware that other users are experiencing difficulties with the website. Clearinghouse, just, kind of a background on it, intended to be a secure online database allowing FMCSA, commercial motor vehicle employers, state driver license agencies, law enforcement, quickly identify CDL holders who have violated federal drug and alcohol testing requirements. But, again, not working like they expected it to. But, hey, it's government stuff. You know what I mean? Have you ever gone to the Safer Web website? Now, if you're a broker or you're a trucking company, you know what I'm talking about. Safer Web, FMCSA website. Sometimes, man, it works just, it's faster than a speeding bullet. Other times, yeah, forget it. Go get lunch. Take a nap. Go fix a pot of coffee. You know what I mean? But that is, high periods of use, I would imagine, what's causing that to slow down. All right, been telling you, last year, 2019, we were telling you, 2020, we are planning on doing some pretty big things for you. And man, have we been busy. Matter of fact, I am recording this on Wednesday, January 8th, 8:30 in the morning. And my whole day, I've got a client this afternoon at Tautoa, but my whole day today is pretty much in the studio. Audio, video, man, you name it. It's been pretty busy. Now, why is that? Well, we are in the process, anyway, of launching FBTV Insider. access to FBTV Insider is free, at least to the free content. We are going to have a lot of content in there that is going to be extra special. Give you some examples of the content. We're going to have live broadcast, video broadcast. We're not talking about YouTube live stream, but we're going to be live streaming into the FBTV Insider area only. If you are a subscriber to the Insider, not to the free content, the paid for content, you're going to have access to that. We're going to do live video feeds, live broadcast in the video once a week. We're still getting the schedules down and everything like that, but get ready for that. Now, another thing, we're going to have our FBTV Insider videos only. This is in addition to the live broadcast. You're going to have access to all those archives, but we are going to produce videos just for the FBTV Insider. Now, these videos are going to be. Now that doesn't mean we're going to quit putting videos on YouTube. No, we're going to continue to do that. We're going to, we're going to grow there, but we're going to have more detailed, more training, informative, here's how you do it type videos, training videos for lack of a better term. Those are going to be in the Insider area, so you're going to have access to those. Now, another thing is FBTV Insider podcast. Yeah, we're doing a podcast, but this podcast, it's for anyone. But we're going to have a Insider only, FBTV Insider only podcast. You're going to be able to download it, so it's not a big deal. Listen to it when you're going down the road or whatever. But that's going to be available to you. And again, we're going to get into more informative, in-depth issues. And this is all concerning the transportation industry. Now, FBTV, yeah, we've been talking about freight brokering a lot. That's, Freight Broker TV, that's what it stands for. But as a freight broker, we're dealing in the transportation world. We're in the transportation business. So the FBTV Insider is going to encompass all of that. So it's going to be something there for everyone, the dispatcher, freight broker agent, somebody interested, thinking about becoming a freight broker. Going to be a lot of good information in there for you. Even if you're thinking about becoming a freight broker agent, going to be information. Hot shots, owner operators, company driver. I mean, it's just going to be it's going to encompass pretty much the whole of the transportation industry. That's going to be pretty cool. Now, the other thing is going to be available in the Insider area is you're going to have access to our YouTube videos. You're going to have access to our podcast. Everything that we do, you're going to get access to it first. So you're going to get, as an FBTV Insider, you're going to have access to all the information before anybody else does, before we post it on YouTube, before we publish the podcast, anything like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. Check it out. Now, you may be thinking, here we go. You're going to charge us an arm and a leg. Yeah, I guess so if you think $25 a year is an arm and a leg. $2.99 a month if you want to just go monthly. But you're going to want to go $25 a year. I don't even think it's $25 a year. I think it's just under that. But pretty much you're going to have access to it the full year. So anyway, that's available for you to subscribe to now, if you wish. You can get access to that. You can go to freightbrokertv.com. You'll see it right there. FBTV Insider. It will take you over to our FBTV Insider area. You're going to get a look at it. You're going to get to play around. Like I said, it's got free content. You're going to be able to access all the free stuff. That's free. But you're not going to be able to access any of the pay me stuff. Now, in all honesty, right now there's no pay me stuff up there, but that's getting ready to change. I mean, there's no content in the pay me area, and you're thinking, well, why are we even talking about it? Because it's going to grow. It's going to grow. So here's your opportunity. Okay, get in on the ground floor. Now, coming up on January 30th, put this on your calendar, mark it down. We are going to have our first free webinar, FBTV webinar, coming up January 30th. Going to do 3 of them, 3 different times. Topics going to be the same. We're just doing 3 of them because, there may be some people may be able to attend this one, but they're not able to attend the other. So that this way we got 3 times there. One of them hopefully will work for you. But on January 30th, three webinars, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and we're going to have one scheduled for the nighttime crowd, 7 p.m. Okay, these times are central times. Now, we're going to be talking about basically the transportation industry, but specifically working in the transportation industry as a freight broker. How to get started, what to expect, what kind of money can you make, and other issues or questions you may have as well. Going to be important to anyone that might be thinking about entering the transportation industry as a freight broker or even a freight broker agent. So you've got to register, though. Okay, there's only going to be 25 seats available in each webinar. So 11 a.m. webinar is going to only have 25 seats available, 2 p.m., 25 seats available, 7 p.m., 25 seats available. So we have to set up a registration. When you register, it's free to attend, but once you register, you're going to get a little password or token or whatever it is. So when it's time for your webinar, the one you registered for, when you go to log in, you enter that token, as they are calling it, our webinar provider host, and you enter that token, and boom, you're in. Now, to register, go to our website, freightbrokertv.com, freightbrokertv.com. And you're going to see the pictures, the articles, it's very well touted on our freightbrokertv.com website. Just get registered, okay? Now, you don't need, like I said, only one registration per person, so choose the time that you want to attend, that you believe, hey, this is going to be the best time for me to attend. Register for that webinar. Don't register for all 3, okay? If the system's set up, if it goes through and it sees you've registered for more than one, it's going to boot you out of one. Okay, we don't want that to happen. All right. Because, again, it's the reason we're doing 3 of these is so, people that might be able to attend the 7 o'clock one, they can't because they can't attend the 11 or 2 o'clock one. But remember, all times are central. All right, Celadon. Let's talk about them for a minute. We talked about them back in December, about this time last month. Actually, it'll be a month ago tomorrow from the date I'm recording this. That's when they shut down, went into bankruptcy. But federal bankruptcy judge in Delaware has given approval for Celadon to pay $4.6 million to drivers and other employees who were expecting paychecks from the company. That means that order authorizes Celadon to spend $3.4 million for unpaid compensation and termination benefits to its former employees, $900,000 to independent contractors, $300,000 owed for employee benefits. So that's cool. Good thing for that. Walmart ruling. We're talking about driver pay and stuff like that. Walmart ruling out in California stands. A 3-judge panel on the 9th. That's the crazy one, ain't it? The 9th. But anyway, 3-judge panel on the 9th has affirmed a district court's judgment that Walmart pay a court-certified class of its California truck drivers more than $54 million in back pay for layovers, rest breaks, and pre-trip and post-trip inspections. That's pretty steep. In other words, $54 million back pay. Specifically, the appeals court upheld 2016 federal district court's jury decision that awarded the drivers a total of $44.7 million for layovers, $3.9 million for rest breaks, $2.9 million for pre-trip inspections, and $2.9 million for post-trip inspections. All right. Well, we're not going to go into it, but I'm sure there's truck drivers out there everywhere, and I'm sure Walmart drivers out in California are just laughing. Because, yeah, they probably did the pre-trips. You do a pre-trip if you're a driver. Post-trip, you probably do that in the morning when you get up during your pre-trip. Before you take off, but let's just not go there. The appeals court held in the more than a decade-old lawsuit that the district court correctly concluded that, under California law, time drivers spent on layovers were compensable if the motor carrier exercised control over the drivers during those breaks. Okay, well, it's not going to be appealed. I guess it could be. I don't know how, but we'll see. There's a lot of, just in what I've read there, it seems to be a lot of issues to me in that, and all that stuff they've been talking about. Yeah, I would have, when I was driving, it was just part of the job. You made your money from the mileage. If you didn't drive any miles, you weren't making any money. Pretty much every trucking company I worked for, they had a layover pay. Wasn't a lot. I think the most I ever had layover pay was $50 per 24-hour period after the first 24 hours, something like that. It was kind of squirrely, but hey, that's trucking. You made your money going down the road. And, back when I was driving, you were either a runner or not. Dispatchers in my day, the last thing they wanted to hear from a driver was, hey, man, I'm out of hours. Oh, that would tick them off. And you find yourself out of mileage, too. That was generally, once you told the dispatcher or the trucking company, hey, I don't have enough hours, if you did that all the time, they're going to show you the door eventually. I was a runner. I was out there to make money. I did not want to make, I quit my first driving job because I told him, hey, I could stay at home and work at McDonald's part-time, pretty much, and make the same amount of money that I'm making staying on the road 2 or 3 weeks at a time working for you guys. Well, they didn't get the hint. I left, went to another company, and started making money. So, anyway. Trucking companies. If you are a truck driver, a truck owner, trucking company owner, it doesn't matter if you've got an International or Navistar product. Well, Navistar has issued a recall. They've got a recall going on for thousands of trucks due to a defect that could cause, I know, it's not funny, but how does this happen? Anyway, the defect could cause a parked truck to move. I'll let you get your head wrapped around that for a second. A parked truck can move. This is a defect. Yeah, that's a defect. Okay. If my parked truck can move, that is indeed a defect. And they go on to say increasing the risk of a crash. Well, yeah. They recently announced a recall for certain 2019-2020 International MV and HV 2018-2020 Workstar and 2018 to 2019 Durastar vehicles equipped with feature codes 12VXT and 12VXU. The total number of trucks impacted by the recall, 12,539. This recall hasn't started yet. It's going to start January 20th. So we're still 12 days away from that recall going into effect. Navistar is going to notify truck owners and truck dealers, and they're going to correct the defect free of charge. If you got questions, here's a phone number you can call, 800-448-7825, and reference recall number 19518. We're going to save that because we're going to be talking about that on the radio show coming up this week because that's going on. Pretty wild. All right, one thing going on right now that a lot of people don't think of, especially freight brokers, a lot of trucking companies don't think about this, is we got the drive going up to Christmas, the holiday period where, companies are shipping product. I mean, they can't ship it fast enough. Probably the busiest time of the year for, general freight. I'm talking about appliances, toys, Christmas gift stuff. Okay. So it's flying out of the plant. It's flying off those loading docks. They just can't get enough trucks to get it delivered. Yeah, that's a busy time of the year. That starts what? October? And pretty much goes through the week up to Christmas. But what a lot of people forget is that January 2nd, people start returning a lot of this merchandise. And that merchandise that gets returned, it's got to go somewhere. When I was brokering, I worked with 2 or 3 different companies that dealt in return merchandise. And it always intrigued me because you'd think that merchandise will go back to the manufacturer. Not necessarily. A lot of that merchandise gets returned to a warehouse where, there's companies out there that buys that stuff. Then they turn around and sell it to other places, that maybe want to fix it, resell it, whatever it might be. Matter of fact, I saw a video the other day of a guy, he was buying, what was he buying? Game Boys or something like that didn't work? He's buying them by the truckload. Going through there and fixing them. You get them for pennies on the dollar, he fix them, then turn around and sell them, on eBay or something. But the point is, yeah, there are companies out there that buy this return merchandise, and it's got to be trucked back to wherever their facilities are. Don't forget that, because it may not be, as much freight going toward December, Christmas, but there's a lot of freight right now that needs trucks to get it back to a warehouse, return merchandise. So be checking into that. Okay, coming up Friday morning, 10 a.m., we're going to be doing a live broadcast. Our plan is honestly to do it every Friday morning at 10 a.m., a live broadcast. You can check that out. Go to Freight Broker TV website, freightbrokertv.com. Go to the radio page. Right there on the radio page, the live radio anyway, there's a chat area. You're going to be able to communicate with me via the chat. You got questions, you want to make comments, be nice. You can ask, make comments, whatever you want. You can be part of the broadcast. You can participate, and I encourage you to do so. But that's coming up Friday morning, 10 a.m., and we will have those broadcasts archived as well. We have the FBTV radio. Matter of fact, we have on one of our YouTube videos posted, and we're going to do this on our website too, posted the URL for our stream. So if you've got an app where you can put in your, the radio station you want to listen to, the stream, the URL stream for that radio station, we're going to make that available to you so you can add it to whatever app you're using if it will allow you to do so. Now I'll throw a plug out here because we are still getting set up with all these different internet radio apps. And, to get us on their app. It takes time, though. But I did find an app. I got it here. What is this called? Well, what is showing on my phone, it's live internet. Let me get over here to the app store. Found it the other day. And actually, it's a pretty good app. I found it don't have any, at least not yet anyway. It doesn't have any, oh, come on now. Well, obviously, it's not going to tell me. Live internet radio. That's the best I can tell you. Live internet radio. I'll try to find the name of the app, though. But you can download it. Free app. You can type in the URL, our stream's URL. Take it with you anywhere you go. And I'll get that for you. I thought it'd be a little bit easier to find, but nah. We know that ain't going to happen, right? Well, that's not going to do anything except delete it. All right. Okay, so anyway, you're going to be able to, it's coming up Friday morning. Check out the FBTV radio app. What I was getting to about that, we have a continuous broadcast. We were putting just the previous episode, the live episode, on our continuous broadcast, the radio stream, because when we're not doing it live, it repeats. Well, we're loading it up, so 6, 7, 8 hours worth of content on there. Yeah, it'll repeat eventually, but if you're going down the road, that's a good way to kill 6 or 7 hours. You know what I mean? All right. Continuous TV broadcast, obviously, that's on our freightbrokertv.com website. It's kind of like regular TV, except it's continuous broadcasting. They call it linear television, I believe it's the right word for it. Main thing, be checking out the Freight Broker TV Insider. Be an FBTV Insider. Be cool. Be an insider. Check that out. Check it out. Go take a look. Get registered for the webinar. That's coming up January 30th. 3 of them, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 7 p.m. Your choice. But you got to get registered. You can do that on our website. All right. I believe we've done all the damage we could do for one day. If I don't talk to you before, have a great day. Unless, of course, you've made other plans. See ya.